Hi everybody, happy Saturday. I'm Sherry. Welcome to Sherry's Sip and Think, where our topic is determined. Got my Sip and Think neck. I call this the, what is it, those, oh God, I'm having such a senior moment right now. You know, like the Capri Suns or whatever? But anyways, it can go around your neck. It's called the neck sip. But I'm on there, so it makes it unique. So why are we going with the topic determined? So we're still working off of our growth mindset book, Why Is Yet, by Shannon Anderson, and we're on to the letter D. And it says here that when you are determined, you are committed to accomplishing something, even if it's difficult. Determined and difficult. That must be big D and little d. This book does provide a glossary, and it says, determined, having a strong feeling or being very decided about something. So I know what we're determined about. And I love the pictures. I'm going to try to show it to you because I want to talk a little bit about the picture, if you can see it. Right? So we have an individual, right? And her target's over here. And she keeps missing her target, right? But she's trying to get to that target. She's determined, right? But inside her head, she's focused directly on that target. So even though she didn't make the target, she's still focused and determined on making that target. So I like this personally. You want to know why? Because it's the mindset. It's the mindset that gets her focused to get to her goal. She's going to have to keep trying and trying and trying, but she knows she's determined to get that target. When you're determined, you're not going to be the type of person that tries, fails, and walks away. That's not a determined person. A determined person is going to figure out a way to accomplish the goal that they're trying to achieve. That's what determined is. I mean, if you wanted to ride a bike and the first time you got on a bike you fell off without training wheels, you fell off, does that mean you just leave the bike in the street and say, forget it, I'm never gonna ride again? No, you get back on, and each time you get back on, you get a little bit better and you get a little bit further. Can I do yeah, I can ride a bike, but I can't do flips off a ramp and shit. Let me get to our let's get to our love bombs. So yeah, I went into work today, came home, started mopping the floors. Vacuuming, mopping. Well, first I had to vacuum, then mop, then dry. It's like that old-fashioned mopping where you're on all fours. So we're going to do our love bombs. And our goal today and our topic is determined. So when I got home from work, I was determined to mop the floors. Believe me, that may be Sherry, what are you talking about? Seriously. you get up, you have the intention of, oh, this is what I'm going to do today, and then other things happen along the way, and you're not able to complete the task when you get home. But when you're determined, you handle shit no matter what gets in the way, and then you get done what you need to get done. I knew if I didn't get it done and I wanted to get it done, that's all I would focus on, and I couldn't focus on anything else until I got done what I needed to get done. That's basically it in a nutshell. That's maybe not a good example of determined, but it's a little one. So now that I've done my chores for the day and worked, I said I'll do a video, get this out to everybody so they can get their love bombs and focus on their growth mindset letter for the week. What'd they say? Let's read this again. What'd they say? So big D, little d. Oops, that's the glossary. When you are determined, you are committed to accomplishing something even if it's difficult. So think of something that's difficult that you've been trying to accomplish and you just can't seem to accomplish it, but it's driving you crazy, but you're still determined to get it done. I use the example of I wanted to mop the floors, clean the floors. I was determined to get it done this weekend, and I had to go to work. Duty calls, you know what I mean? Jeez. I guess we don't need any love. Everybody needs love. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs love. There's got to be some love and compassion out there. It's figuring out how to balance it, you know? Balance. And then later today I'll do, I was thinking of trying to do a positive daily affirmation each day. I think people want that. So this love bomb is, you are one of the most helpful people I know. So, thank you. I try to be helpful. This is also out to you guys. You're one of the most helpful people I know. I wonder what I'm going to do today. I have to pack for my trip tomorrow, so I'll figure out what I'm going to wear. Hello, thanks for joining. We're working on our Why Is Yet Growth Mindset book by Shannon Anderson, and we're focused on the letter D for determined. That's our topic today. We just did our love bomb. Our love bomb came out. You are one of the most helpful people I know. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I really do. I mean, what goes around comes around, so you want to wish people a nice day, you know what I'm saying? Like, but do you genuinely feel that way? Genuinely feel that you want people to have a nice day? It's a nice feeling. Do you know that it can be hard for people to be nice? It really can. And they have to tell themselves that they're determined to be nice. Oops. Okay. So for our growth mindset affirmation, we had 2 that popped out. The first one is, I am curious. I love opportunities to explore and solve problems. That's your first one. Oh, you have your cup of tea ready and super excited. That's awesome. Sip and think. We're sipping and we're thinking. All right, so our first growth mindset is, I am curious. I love opportunities to explore and solve problems. The second one that popped out is, I am better today than I was yesterday. So those challenges that we had from our last video, they helped us grow, right? So now, as we're growing, we're being determined, right? Because those challenges are still going to be there, but we're coming out of the mud here. In the back of the first one, it says, when did I last explore a new interest or hobby? When did I last explore a new interest or hobby? I would say within the last year, I started exploring the positive affirmations. At first, I thought it was a little bit of a hobby to just, kind of get on here and share with everyone what I was kind of going through. And so I'm trying to actually take that hobby and, make it more prominent, What was the outcome and how did it make me feel? Well, I'm on here doing my sip and thinks. I'm putting out positivity and positive affirmations and, just telling people exactly what I've experienced, and maybe it'll help them along the way as well. How does it make me feel? It actually makes me feel real, real good. It is very difficult for people to be vulnerable, and I have to tell you, me getting up here and doing my sip and think chats with these positive affirmations has made me become vulnerable. Because in the past, I would want to hide that from people, that I was over here, doing positive affirmations and doing good and sending good out into the world. I didn't want people to know that I really struggled, But that is life, and that is truth. And when you live in your truth, you are vulnerable, I like your input. Thank you for your input. What are some other things I'd like to try or explore? What are some of the other things I'd like to try or explore? Thank you. What would I like to try or explore? I like to explore all the time. I like to go on nature walks. I like to go on boat rides. I like to go through the city. I like to always try something different, like something I've never done before. And so I can't give you an exact answer because there's so many different things that I can do. I can explore different hiking paths where I live. I can explore different beaches where I live. I can get on the train and go to New York City and explore different parts of the city, so it just depends on where I'm at and when I'm ready to do it. But I do like to explore. Who is someone I admire that I can learn more about? I admire Maya Angelou. I really do. And I love seeing her wisdom and listening to her wisdom. I really do. And I really think I need to learn more about it and more about her story. What are some solutions to a current problem in my community? That's a tough one because right now no one is coming up with a solution. So there's always been this huge fight that when people buy private property and it overlooks the beach or connects to the beach, they claim that it's their property. But the ocean is not owned by anybody. And so there's actual arguments and fights as to how far along the shoreline someone can go. And, you know, Mother Nature is for everybody. And when you're greedy, you know, it's not right. But as far as a solution, they feel that if they paid this amount of money for that particular property, that they own it. They may own the building, right? But they don't own the ocean. They don't. And they need to really get that through their head. And I don't really know what the solution would be for ignorance, you know? That's my honest answer. Our second growth mindset is, I am better today than I was yesterday, right? So what is something I am better at doing today compared to yesterday? Oh, geez, Louise. It's your first time hearing about the ocean? Yeah, like we have a lot of old properties that are right on the ocean, and like I can go to the beach, but if I go to walk past a certain part of the beach that property owns, they'll come out and they'll scream, get off, blah, 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 blah. They won't even let you sit there. And then what happens is if the ocean, like if it's high tide and the ocean comes up, it's almost pushing you onto their property, but you're technically on the sand. Like if you're walking in the water and the water is up on their property, that's part of the ocean at that particular high tide. I know, there's like, you can look it up, there's like all these kinds of laws, but I don't care how rich someone claims to be or claims to own, you do not own the ocean. I'm sorry, that is a fact. That is a fact. It's not man-made. Okay, Mother Nature and God, you know. I don't know if you believe in religion or not, but you don't own it. What is something I am better at doing today compared to yesterday? Compared to yesterday, for me, it's showing gratitude. You feel more gratitude. You show the more sense of relief, I feel, and it makes me extremely happy about the positive changes I attract into my life day by day. That's awesome. Do you ever feel like at peace? Showing gratitude is a feeling too. And when you feel that gratitude and you feel good, it kind of radiates and it goes out. And it is a great feeling. So yesterday, going back to my determined here, I couldn't focus like the little girl in the book, right? I couldn't focus because my head was wicked cloudy, and it's my allergies. Like my allergies are so bad right now. So I ended up taking Benadryl, and it knocked me out, and I had a wicked good sleep. So then I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my God, I finally had some sleep. Yes, extremely peaceful. So compared to yesterday, I'm feeling a little bit more focused. I did take another Benadryl because, again, I've been cleaning the house. Think what I'm doing better today compared to yesterday is keeping my peace. You know what I mean? Instead of causing drama. Every day is different though. It's kind of like, I'm a water sign, so I'm like the ocean. My emotions used to get the best of me, but gotta take it with a grain of salt, you know what I mean? What motivates me to keep learning? Because I like it. It's interesting. I like to keep learning. I like to take what I'm learning and share it with others who may want to learn as well. And I like that feeling. What is something I am proud to know how to do today that I didn't know last year? I know how to post on my Instagram with hashtags. That was an accomplishment, believe it or not. Hey, my cat is climbing up the screen. What is one of my goals and what is my plan to make daily progress? So one of my goals, like I said, is I started on Sherry's Dreamcatcher. Sherry's Dreamcatcher. Yesterday I posted positive daily affirmation. So I have some cards, and what I did yesterday was I shuffled the daily positive affirmation, and I ended up just posting it just as a post. And I thought that was neat, and I'm wondering, and I'm challenging myself to do one positive daily affirmation a day. Not only will it help me, but it might help others as well. So that is something I am determined to do. Let's see how I do for the month of August. All right, so I am better today than I was yesterday. Yes, because I took Benadryl. I'm curious. I love opportunities to explore and solve problems. Well, I definitely have problems. I just don't know which one I want to dive into right now because I'm focused on putting positive affirmations out there. You are one of the most helpful people I know. Acknowledging your own feelings. Do you know that is extremely hard? Acknowledging one's own feelings. But once you're able to acknowledge your own feelings, you know which direction to go, and you actually can feel a lot better once you do. Thank you for sharing that. All right, I keep those there. So you have to understand, when I post this video when I'm done, I then go back and I try to add in what we talked about for others to see it too. So now we are on to our daily positive thoughts and affirmations for wealth and success. I could be drugged up right now off of cleaning products and Benadryl. So please don't mind me if I confuse you. The good news is my brain is not as cloudy as it was last night. Oh my Lord. And I actually feel like I accomplished something. I got up early, my head was clear, I knew I had to go into the office, had to help a family, another family member. She teared up, she thanked me and wanted me to thank all of the other workers for taking care of her mom during the pandemic. And she said being out of state, we have no idea how that made her feel. And she thanked me. And it's stuff like that that keeps me doing what I'm doing. So then I figured, okay, we have one that popped out. We can stay with one, or we can try to get one more. They're all going in different directions. I wonder if when my head is cloudy, if they're able to send me the signs that I need. One more? Okay, we're going to do one more. Ooh. Can't take half the deck. We definitely want positive affirmations for wealth and success. We can't take half the deck. The first one that popped out, right? It says, I am gifted and talented. I have something unique and special to contribute to this world. I believe every single person has a gift and a talent. I believe that everyone is unique and special, and they have their own contribution to this world. I really, truly believe that. The second one is, I am thankful for another day to make a contribution to this world. So our first wealth and success affirmation is, I am gifted and talented. I have something unique and special to contribute to this world. And our second one is, I am thankful for another day to make a contribution to this world. So those are your wealth and success affirmations. Then I figured today, like I like to change it up sometimes. I figured today I'll do our drive inspirational quotes. And see what we get from that. They're like the size of a coaster. That's like a handful. We're not taking it. So we're determined, guys. I gotta focus. I really gotta focus on being determined. Determined for what? Huh? What are we determined? Determined to put positivity out there? Determined to feel at peace? What are we determined about? Remember, last week we worked on our challenges, right? We had challenges. How has this week worked out for you since the challenges you brought up last week? You know what I mean? Like, have you been successful with those challenges? What was the outcome of those challenges? Were you able to resolve those challenges? Resolve those challenges. How did it make you feel? Did it make you look at the world differently or your life differently? So now that you've pinpointed on some challenges that are out there, are you determined to fix it? Right? Living in our truth. You know, it's funny you say that because, you know, you could be living in your truth and others may think you're not living in your truth, but in reality, you are living in your truth. And what they do is they like to challenge you on your truth. And you can either answer them or you can just ignore them. Because if it's your truth, it doesn't really matter, right? And why do they come after you like that? You know what I mean? You know? There's always going to be people that challenge your truth. Because they may think, yeah, okay, they're just talking crap. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just saying that. They're just saying this. I want them to prove it to me. And you're just kind of like, I've got nothing to prove. I know what I know. I do what I do. You know, you may not believe me today, but you will eventually believe me. Because I stand in my truth. Now, that doesn't mean that things don't change and that we don't grow and that we don't evolve. Because again, your mind can change. So if your mind can change, so can your truth, right? I mean, when I was younger, I was a single female. I had no kids, no husband. That was my truth. I was living single. Then when I had kids, I was a mom with kids. I wasn't single anymore. So my truth changed. It's like the ocean. Tides go in, tides go out. Then you have storms. Life has no remote. Get up and change it yourself. So if you look in the mirror one day and you say, I don't like who I am. If you look in the mirror and there's something within you that you don't like, you can change it. Nobody else can change it for you. Only you can change it. You know what I mean? So here it's stating that life has no remote. We can't turn you on and off. We can't turn... Only you can get up and change yourself. We can just guide you and give you the information. And we're not going to force you. You can't force someone to get up and change. They have to want to for themselves. That's your drive. Oh, and don't forget, I do have my pop affirmations. And then I was thinking, do I need to get WD-40, some lubricant for this? Because it's very loud. These are my pop affirmations. I have over 100 in here. And so instead of me shuffling each one, I threw them all into the rolling raffle. And when they pop out, I take them. So we had 2 pop out. And the reason I do it in front of you is because if I didn't do that in front of you and I just said, oh, I did this before I came on here and these were the 2 that popped out, you might say to me, but I didn't see them pop out. I didn't see you shuffle them. I didn't see you do the roll. So to eliminate the confusion, that's why I do it in front of you. It is wicked fun. I don't understand why it squeaks though, so I might need to get some WD-40 and fix the squeak. But maybe the squeak is meant to be there so that you hear it rolling. All right, so our pop affirmations that popped out. One is shine, and the other one is thank you. So we're going to open up our shine. Don't be afraid to be amazing, by Andy Offutt Irwin. Offutt. O-F-F-U-T-T. Isn't that kind of correlate with get up and change it for yourself? Don't be afraid to be amazing. I'm gifted and talented. I have something unique and special to contribute to the world, so don't be afraid to be amazing. I am better today than I was yesterday. Don't be afraid to be amazing. Okay, so this is thank you. We do not remember days, we remember moments. Cesare Pavese. We do not remember days, we remember moments. Right? So, if we don't remember days, but we remember moments, it's good to be curious. It's good to love opportunities to explore. You're exploring moments, not the day, and solve problems. You're thankful for another day to make a contribution to this world. So when you're on that trip or that vacation, capture all the moments you can. Because that is your time capsule. And you are one of the most helpful people I know. Thank you, everybody, for joining me for today's Sip and Think chat. I'm going away tomorrow, so should have some fun. I'll try to capture some moments throughout the day. I will definitely explore, and things will be better tomorrow than they are today. And if I want to go, I got to get my ass up and get out the door. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I actually thought I was a little mellow today, you know. Must be that Benadryl. It really makes you fall asleep. Well, good luck to you, and I do hope that, you know, whatever you're determined to do, you go for it and stay positive, and I'll put a daily positive affirmation out later on tonight. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.